lip fillers, butt fillers. If it's flat, you can get it filled. After you get all these things from the value menu, it all adds up. You go in thinking you're gonna spend like $3 and spend 10. How? First of all, rude. Hello my favorite people, today we're going to be talking about the 20 things I want to leave behind in 2020. I don't know if there's actually 20 things I have written down, but the title sounds good, so we're going to keep it.
Okay.
I've compiled a list of things that have pissed me off this year, things that are just disgusting and unfortunate that we even had to deal with, and as we go through the list, I'll be putting my face together. So, obviously, the first thing I had to put on the list for things we're leaving behind in 2020 is this freaking pandemic. All I know is I want it to go away, but considering how selfish and self-absorbed everyone in this world is, it's gonna be here for a while. If there was anything that I could wish to just be gone, it would definitely be this pandemic. And I'm sorry to all the people who have lost loved ones. Ooh, this primer feels really good. Oh, also disclosure, I haven't done my makeup in like 2 years. I stopped wearing makeup, so if I do something in my regimen that you think is dusty, let me know in the comments down below so I can get better. But anyway, this virus, or this entire year, basically was flipped upside down whenever the pandemic and cases just started rising, and I feel like the world except for America handled the situation good. The cases here just keep going higher and higher, and knowing Americans, no one is selfless enough to be like, okay, let me actually quarantine, let me wear a mask. People are protesting wearing a mask. Bitch, we're doomed. I feel like this was like a wake-up call for us though at the same time. It made us all evaluate who are the good people in the world. No shocker, it's not the Americans. And it kind of forced us to re-evaluate our humanity. The next thing that we need to leave behind in 2020 is absolutely fast fashion. Not even just fast fashion, fast anything. Fast food, fast food. All of it is just like a way to reinvent capitalism, which is really unfortunate because am I out? Whenever you think of fast fashion or fast food, it's supposed to be stuff that the lower class can afford. You can look good without breaking the bank. You can eat food without starving. I don't know. Fast fashion is terrible. Fast food is unhealthy. The only way fast fashion is able to exist is if someone from a lower standing is like doing all the hard work, meaning people from foreign countries working in factories, child labor, all that stuff. Now, I'm not accusing specific brands or companies of doing those things, but it's kind of inevitable. I just feel like fast fashion, in theory, could have been a good thing, but obviously anything that has to do with making money or businesses or corporations turns to Capitalism is just the worst thing ever, and the fact that we based our entire society around it, stupidity. Are you alright? And this wasn't even necessarily a bullet point for me. I stopped eating McDonald's because though I love the taste of it, how I would feel after I ate it is what made me stop eating fast food. I love me a good McDouble, I love me a good McChicken, and it's only $1 on the dollar menu. Which it's not even $1. After you get all these things from the value menu, it all adds up. You go in thinking you're gonna spend like $3 and spend 10. How? How are you gonna tax on fast food? How are you gonna tax on food, period? Isn't the whole point of having fast food, again, so that the lower class will have something to eat? This Fit Me foundation is not doing what it needs to do, babe. Ugh, God. It's literally not covering anything. And another thing about fast fashion, all the looks, all the styles are just recycled from the past.
I come back stronger than a 90s trend.
It's the exact same stuff over and over again, just they make the price higher because they say it's new. Honestly, I just buy my graphic t-shirts from Walmart now. I got sick and tired of paying $40 at the mall for a t-shirt that says Carpe Diem.
I'm looking at you, Urban Outfitters.
The next thing on my list that I want to talk about is this beauty standard that we have going on. Lip fillers, butt fillers. If it's flat, you can get it filled. Honestly, if you're having, I don't even want to say like self-image issues because not everyone who wants to do that has self-image issues. If your goal of doing it is just to like adhere to society's labels of beauty, then sis, get it together. Because honestly, in 10 years, whenever you have this big caboose in the back filled with silicone and big butts aren't in anymore, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be stuck with that junk in the trunk that you don't want. And you're gonna have to do another procedure just to get it removed. And I don't even know if you can get it removed. It's really just sad because 10 years ago, flat butts were in, and now we have the big butts that are in. But who's to say what will be in 5 years? Okay, the foundation's coming through. So you're changing your body, altering your body to adhere to society, but society is clueless. Society doesn't know nothing. They are so fickle with their ideas and their emotions. Like, don't make permanent decisions about your body or yourself based on what everyone else is saying is beautiful. Do what you want. And again, if getting lip fillers and butt fillers is what you want, then by all means do it. Just make sure you do it for the right reasons. And I want to talk about lip fillers specifically because it's how do I say this nicely? There's a certain demographic of people who tend to get lip fillers statistically more than others. A lot of words just to say white people. It's a hit or miss whenever people get lip fillers. You either come out looking normal, natural, or you come out looking like a duck. The bigger the lips does not make you cuter, honestly. And is it even worth the risk? I don't really understand. When did big lips become like a new trend? I was bullied for my lips. I was bullied for my hair. I was bullied for my skin tone. I was bullied for every aspect of my body I was bullied for. And now all of a sudden, every single one of my features is in on other people except for me. Was the logic? How was that right? But whatever, I'm a queen. And I know I am, so that's all that really matters. As well as you, babe. All right, I'm done with this foundation because I think this is as good as it's going to get. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about is this hate for interracial couples. Whenever you think interracial couples, there's one type that comes to mind. Black guys, white girls. They're not the ones I'm standing up for right now because bitch, you've had your time, you've had your run. The interracial couples I'm talking about who deserve more respect and more time, like more attention, are the Asians with, I don't know, Hispanic, black girls with white boys. All these other interracial relationships, I feel like, don't get enough attention. Whenever you think interracial couple, you only think white girl, black dude. And why is that? And why is that the one that's only accepted? Like if a white guy and white girl walk into a store, everyone's like, oh, that's cute. But if I walk into a store with a white boy, everyone's like, oh wow, she hates herself. She hates black people. She's not self-confident. She's trying to appease her massa. Like, what? How is that okay? And at some point, I feel like black women specifically have accepted and acknowledged the fact that you should go where you're most appreciated. And sorry to say, black men, but it's not with you all. And that's not me making a generalization. For the most part, even though that's the definition of a generalization, but for the most part, this is terrible, I'm about to spill it. Black men do not appreciate black women. We ride for black men, we stand up for black men, but who is there to stand up for us? And by us, I mean black women. Other black women. We have to stand up for ourselves. That's why people say black women are so strong, black women are so aggressive. It's because if we don't stand up for ourselves, no one else will. We are like the black sheep of the human race, honestly. Everyone loves everything about us, but yet they hate us. And this topic was more so just about interracial couples, so let me get back to that. I love me a cute white boy. But I hate the fact that me liking white boys is a problem within my community. Why is it Tyrone can go and date Juliet, but I can't go date Jimmy? How is that fair? So it's like, oh, my neck and my face are two different colors. Can y'all see that? I'm like sun-kissed here, but whatever. I hate the double standard of interracial couples. Like, black guys can get with white girls, but no other race can intermingle or mix with each other. And also the cultural aspects of it. Like, from my understanding, Spanish people or Hispanics or Mexicans don't like whenever their race mix with another race. But that comes from like racism and hatred for everybody else, so that's definitely wrong. Next up, I want to talk about cancel culture. In my opinion, I think cancel culture came when we needed it, because you had all these people like Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson's, Tati Westbrook's, James Charles's, and any other person that we've been force-fed their content, doing just the utmost for attention. There was no line of what is too far with these people. So cancel culture came along and said, hey, you can't just act and say however you want without getting repercussions for it anymore. We're here to remind you that you ain't and we don't like you. And I thought, you know, that's perfect. Holding people accountable, making people realize that you can't just say offensive things and put it off just because it's a joke. To you.
To you.
It is disrespectful.
To you.
It is, first of all, it's disrespectful in general.
To you.
Like, cancel culture came whenever we needed it to hold people accountable. But then you got an uprising of people saying, get rid of cancel culture, because basically everyone was getting canceled. And I think that's because not everyone is perfect, which is completely okay. The thing about cancel culture that I don't like is that it doesn't give people the chance to rectify their actions. If they're actually, like, trying to better themselves, I think we should be able to give them a chance to do that. But with cancel culture, once you've been canceled, there's no coming back. It's like a ripple effect. Once you dip your little finger in the water, it's going to go out to the masses, and there's no way to bring those ripples back once it's been started. Once you put information out there and it goes telephone and everyone hears about it, there's no way to contact every single person who has heard the rumor and be like, oh, by the way, that's not true. It's too late. Everybody already knows that you're a bad person, so you can't really fix that or save your image to every single person who now thinks you're a scumbag. But I don't think that's fair. I don't think we need to get rid of cancel culture in 2021. I think we need to rectify it. And we love my room being a mess in the background. What you see is what you get. I'm not changing. The next thing I want to get rid of in 2021 is useless, famous people. And just us making people who don't need to be famous, famous. And like, I'm tired of just random people getting famous and then they do something terrible or we find out something bad from their past and everyone wants to act shocked like, oh my god, what were we thinking? What were you thinking from the beginning? What talent did they have? Because they could gyrate on TikTok and now they have a $100,000 brand deal? Freaking idiots. Y'all give every single person with a cute smile and a pretty face attention, blow them up, and then question why they ain't. It's because they were never to begin with. All you saw was a cute body roll on TikTok and you thought, hey, we stand. Dummy. I don't even know what I'm doing with this eyeshadow. Honestly, I'm just going with the flow. Whatever. So yeah, I'm tired of making people who don't need to be famous or have no business being famous, with no talent, nothing to give to society, nothing to contribute, a platform other than to spread hate or give false information or prey after underage girls. Shout out to Tony Lopez. And another thing, why don't y'all actually cancel people whenever you say you want to cancel them? It's like one day you say, oh, they're canceled, we're done with them, but yet you're still like looking up their Instagram, you're still liking their pics, you're still keeping up with them, liking their posts, commenting on their posts. All that just boosts their analytics, boosts their engagement, boosts their algorithm, which inherently gives them more money. If you're going to cancel someone, unfollow them, don't look back. Keep it pushing. Like, y'all are obsessed. Religion is another thing we need to leave behind this year. Because honestly, what is it? It doesn't even make any sense. Half the stuff is illogical. And don't get me wrong, I am a Christian. I believe in God. But even I am smart enough to know that the idea of a man floating down from heaven to be nailed to a cross just to float back doesn't make sense. How the heck did Noah build a whole ark, gather 2 of every animal? You're telling me he just whistled at a cheetah and it brought its little homie into the ark? How did homie stand in the lion's den and not get eaten alive? How do you stand in a burning fire and not get lit up? You're telling me all that happened because they believed in God? Unlikely. I just feel like the Bible, I don't trust it. And trust me, I'm not one of those people who believes in like the Big Bang Theory or any of that stuff, but I can understand how people are skeptical of the Bible. And on top of that, Christian people don't have the best moral compass. For me, most of the Christians I know are the worst people I've ever met. You know, they lie, they cheat on their spouses, they think they're better than other people, they think just because they believe in a God, they're better than the rest of society. I feel like that's the complete opposite of what Christianity is supposed to be about. And I'm only speaking on Christianity because that's the only religion I really know, which makes me wonder if I was raised Hindu or Buddhist or I don't know, I am Pentecostal. Any other religion, if I wasn't raised Christian, would I even believe in Christianity? Christianity, and this can be said for all religion really, is just a story that was told or beat into a group of people who then spread it because they knew nothing else. If my parents didn't teach me about Christianity, would I be a Christian? I don't know. And that's kind of sad. I was never given the choice on what religion I wanted to be a part of. I was kind of just birthed into it, which now leaves me inevitably believing in God, but I do question sometimes, like, not the existence of Jesus or God, but my relationship with the religion. But whatever, let's not get too deep into that. I look like a clown. You can't even, oh my god, oh, a mess, whatever. One topic I want to touch on quickly is good controversy. The people who think being controversial for every second of their life is good publicity, good money tactics, just good. It's really not. It's really embarrassing. The fact that you have to go out of your way to look for things to get canceled over or to speak on topics that have nothing to do with you, that's the only way for you to stay relevant or have your name buzzed about. It's embarrassing, sweetheart. Do better. And I feel like I got this one mainly from like the Trisha Paytas, Charli D'Amelio situation. But also I'm sure there's a bunch of celebrities whose only purpose is to be a bit of a joke or to cause some controversy. And honestly, at that point, you just need to reevaluate your entire existence and your purpose in life, because that's sad. My next thing we need to leave in 2020 is the excessive use of Jordan 1s and designer clothing to make an outfit. I am a victim of this thing, not necessarily the designer stuff because bitch I don't have any coin, but the Jordan 1s making every single outfit. I will throw on a pair of sweats, a matching set, I'll throw on a pair of mom jeans and a t-shirt and call it a day. And I know I look raggedy, but once I throw on my obsidian Jordan 1s, bitch, I'm flossing, and you can't tell me any different. But now that I see every single person using the same formula as me, Jordan 1s are the new basic, and they're such a classic sneaker, a classic shoe, a classic brand, that the fact that they've been dumbed down to freaking mom jeans and a graphic t-shirt is definitely sad. I feel like in the beginning of this wave of streetwear, Jordan 1s were sort of innovative, were cute, were a new style, a new trend. Once everyone realized they can just throw a couple $100 at a shoe store and get them, they turned into a joke. I'm gonna still be wearing my Jordan 1s with my mom jeans with a graphic tee, but yes, I do realize that I'm basic. Now as for the designer outfits and just thinking that's an outfit makes you poppin', it really doesn't. Just because you have on a Gucci t-shirt and Amiri jeans doesn't mean you look good, doesn't mean you're a fashion icon. It just means you have a big bank account. Money can't buy style, money can't buy fashion, money can't buy taste. Looking at you, Favours.
And
I lost me eyeliner. Gosh dang it. We have to go to Ulta today. Anyways, my next thing we need to leave behind in 2020 are these people who stop at yellow lights or people who don't use their blinker. Like, what's wrong with you? The whole point of driving is because you have somewhere to go. So why are you taking your sweet time stopping at yellow lights when we all have somewhere to go? And then I'm stuck behind you. A yellow light does not mean slow down because there's about to be a red light. A yellow light means speed up because it's about to be a red light. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, is whenever people freaking... Another thing we need to leave behind in 2020 is the United States. Honestly, for the last 4 years, we have become an embarrassment. We are the embarrassment of the world. We are a joke. Every aspect, our people, our politics, our economy. There's a reason everyone hates Americans. And I feel like we're too American to realize that. And by too American, I mean conceited, nationalistic, stupid, ignorant, and it's all by choice. I need to focus because if I mess up my eyebrows, I'll look a mess. I look like a clown. Whatever. Oh well. The next thing that I think we should leave behind in 2020 is cable TV. At this point, if you don't have a Hulu subscription, Amazon Prime, bitch, Netflix, what are you doing? Why are you paying $89.99 to freaking Suddenlink when you could pay half of that, not even half, less than half, for a streaming site? Get on a homie streaming account. Like, I know you know someone with a Netflix account. Why are you paying for cable? Honestly, why is there a satellite dish on the top of your house? But still, with internet you can do more things than just watch TV. You can surf the web, you can apply for jobs, and on top of that, with Netflix you get original TV shows. On Hulu, I believe they have original TV shows. I know Amazon Prime has original TV shows. So you're not even getting the full spectrum with cable, but you're paying more for it. Get a Netflix account, buddy. You can have mine, not really, but still. My eyebrows are atrocious, I look atrocious. I can't do my makeup. Another thing we need to leave behind in 2020, I was gonna say just capitalism, but I thought of this because of holidays. I realized that basically every single holiday that we celebrate is literally just to boost the economy. Think about it. Valentine's Day, spend money. Christmas, spend a lot of money. Memorial Day, spend money on food. Thanksgiving, spend money. Every holiday, at least in the United States, is solely based on boosting the economy. So, one thing we need to leave behind in 2020, capitalism and holidays. Period. Are my eyebrows sisters or cousins? Let me know. And the last thing we need to leave behind in 2020 is performative activism. I'm looking at all the people who posted those little black squares on Instagram, but then went and voted for Trump at the polls. You thought you did something. You thought you were helping. You're a clown. Just posting a little black square on Instagram did not help us at all. I mean, yeah, it spreads some sort of awareness. I feel like the black square movement on Instagram was just to make people outside of the community feel better, make them feel like they were doing something. If you really wanted to do something, you would be out picketing with us. You would be out there voting. You'd be out there retweeting posts about organizations you can donate to, phone numbers you can call, different voting dates, I don't know. Something better than just a black square. How is that going to help Sandra Bland? Your little black square, f*** you. If you really wanted to help, seriously, you would be at the polls. You would be talking about it. You would be having hard conversations. You would be listening. I can't tell you how many people I know personally post those little black squares but then wants to argue with me about why they should have the right to say the N-word. Like, you're not an ally. Performative activism is the worst. On the topic, can we talk about AVE? Period, cis, chow. These are things that aren't like just trendy, cute, quirky words. These are things that we grew up listening to. They're incorporated into black TV, black sitcoms. And for those of you who want to argue about why do you have to specify a race with TV, there is a difference. Everybody Hates Chris, Living Single, Bernie Mac. Those are all representation of Black life, Black America. Growing up in a Black family is represented completely different. You won't see me out here watching Full House because I'm not in Full House. I'm not represented in Full House. But what I will watch is The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We can't act like target audiences aren't incorporated into the thought process behind TV, behind commercials, behind marketing. It's the entire purpose of marketing. You know what audience you're looking for, and that goes into TV as well. I was talking about Ave and how it's basically been hijacked and turned cringy. That's really all I have to say about that. Stop using Ave if you don't even know where it actually comes from. People thought chow was chili. Embarrassing. Those are all the things I think we need to leave behind in 2020. Now let's get some thumbnails. Okay, bye!